What's going on YouTube? This is my 96 GMC Sierra with the 5.7 350 V8. I still haven't gotten to my big 3 upgrade, as I mentioned on my other video. Haven't been able to redo that, but this morning, upon looking on my truck, just checking it out, I noticed that I was getting water on top of, right behind that thermostat housing right there. You see a little water underneath that hose. I noticed that I had coolant on there, so I knew off the top of my head that it couldn't be the intake manifold, because I just had that replaced about a year and a half ago or so. So I knew that I could be getting water from there. So anyways, upon doing the research, I started looking around, so I kind of figured maybe it was my hose. I replaced this hose today, the upper radiator hose. I noticed that I kind of figured maybe the hose was leaking right there where it connects to that thermostat housing, so I kind of figured maybe the hose is just going bad on that end, so I wouldn't have room to cut, so I went ahead and got me a new one. But when I took off everything, I noticed that my thermostat housing was kind of beat up on one end, and I'm going to show you that part right now. I have this part right here, as you can see, where it's kind of chipped off right there on that inlet. And when I came to look at it, I noticed that the inside was just really bad, and right there on that little area where the thermostat sits was all eaten up right here. All this area right here, all eaten up. So I said, no, this ain't gonna work. So I had to run down back to the auto parts and pick up another thermostat housing. Not very expensive, about $12–13. It's very cheap. I mean, it's real light. It's not very good stuff, but I'm assuming this is the original one that came with my truck. I don't remember ever having this changed, but what I did notice when I took it off was that it didn't have a gasket. When I bought this, it was given to me with a new gasket. Let me show you that gasket right here. It came with one of these. It came with one of these gaskets right here, and I did notice that when I took off that housing, it did not have one of these. It was just the thermostat on there and the housing bolted right onto it. So I'm not sure if I was getting the leak off of that piece that was eaten away, which it probably was leaking, but if not having this gasket contributed to having that water leak on that corner. So anyways, this is the one that came with the new intake housing. And I went ahead and got me a better one, more of a name brand, which is blue, as you can see. That one's blue. So it actually worked out pretty well. I tightened it up. I just ran the truck for about 15 minutes. I didn't get no water leaks. I rinsed out everything real good with water. But for those of you that are thinking about, replacing this, or you get water on top of there, you might want to look into it, because it probably does not have that gasket right there. Wouldn't be a bad thing to just replace it. Doesn't take very long. Just those 2 bolts right there. You just take out those 2 bolts and the thing pops right off. So I went ahead and redid all that, so hopefully don't have any problems back up here, and I can get back to my other project, which is my redo of the big upgrade. So this is just a tip for you guys. Hope this helps you guys out. If you have any questions, just put any comments below. Thank you.